First things first, why does Montreal still have this horseshoe collar? It looks so bad. I don't know why teams do it. I mean, it's not Islanders level bad, but I just don't get it. I don't get why teams don't just do the full-on, old-school, nice look. It escapes me. But it was a good win by Montreal, definitely. I got even props for that. It was a gutsy win, but as a Canucks fan, it definitely hurts, again, that we were up quite a bit and we ended up losing the game. It's been a while since I've posted. As a lot of us know, life gets busy, but I was glad I had some time to catch the game tonight, and I will say I actually really liked Prime's coverage. Maybe it's because the quality felt clearer watching this on my PS5 than using the Sportsnet app. Maybe I should try watching Sportsnet games on Prime instead. I don't know. I've just been super disappointed for basically the entirety of the time I've been using Sportsnet Plus. It's not the greatest experience, that's for sure. It's just really the only choice for me. And speaking of disappointment, I'm super disappointed in the Canucks. The last Canucks game I got to watch was their monumental collapse against the Kraken back on the 28th of December, and yeah, I'm upset at what's going on with the team. And I know it's obvious that we need help on defense. Even if we had a healthy squad in Hronik, we'd still need a defender. With that, yes, I mean, injuries have just been such a plague for us as well. It was great to at least have Quinn back this game. Every time I see him play, I'm just so thankful we have him on our team. It's just the most amazing thing that we have Quinn Hughes on the Canucks. He's so dominant out there in his skating, his puck moving, and his playmaking. But I mostly jumped on randomly here tonight to say, because a lot has been going around, pulling the trigger on trading either MiLLeR or Pettersson would be shooting ourselves in the foot. I know Friedman's been reporting that the Canucks are looking at the market for the two, but honestly don't think either player is the problem at all. You know, we just saw JT dominate in this game, being a part of all 4 Canucks goals. We saw him unbelievably physical out there as well. We cannot lose this player. I saw someone a few days ago comment that he was JT MiLLeR was washed, and I only put that there to shame him because I couldn't take it seriously at all. But I do know there's bigger discourse out there of him, not being good in the locker room, being too hard on guys. Obviously, the name that's out there is Pettersson especially, but I've seen other names too from the past. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I'm not in the locker room, but I definitely, I don't mind a guy who's passionate about the game and fired up all the time. We need that for when we're good, even if it's not as great when we're not playing good. I was listening to Gronk on Spit and Chicklets this morning, actually, and he was talking about how Tom Brady was always on him for everything. And, well, we know how things went for the Patriots. We know how things went for those guys. We need players on the Canucks like JT MiLLeR. We really do. Even if there are the odd times where he might be a problem, or he might be going too hard, too over the top, he is not this team's problem. Getting rid of him, I feel like we'd lose the heartbeat of the Canucks. And on the other hand, we need Petey, right? Even when he's not lighting it up offensively, which he does do, he's been a defensive stud. His absence is already deeply, deeply felt. I honestly don't think you can replace these guys with players that you'd actually be able to acquire in a trade, especially in terms of finding chemistry with this team. Again, I just think pulling the trigger on either of them is a huge mistake. Now, do the Canucks need a change? Absolutely. We certainly see it in our defense. But again, it's not that easy to acquire a good top 4 defenseman. You don't want to overpay, but I still think that should be our focus, is defense. And I'm sure it is. I mean, I know people have these mock drafts on the Canucks acquiring a good center and a good defenseman for either Petey or MiLLeR. But again, I think the best thing would be just find some other option. Keep your focus there on defense, but find another option for what we're giving up, because when MiLLeR and Petey are on the same page, it's magical. And even sometimes when they're not on the same page, one or the other is magical. So don't trade them. We need them, because while we need some kind of change, this is not it. I think this kind of shakeup would be such a detriment, and it might throw us off from ever recapturing what we had last year and exceeding it, right? Because that's what we want. We don't want to end up in the second round just to lose again. We want to get past that. This is a team that can do that if they put the right pieces on defense, if everyone's buying in. And yeah, I'm just been pretty disappointed over the last week, 2 weeks, especially with all this media stuff blowing everything up. And I know the Vancouver media, it gets so bad sometimes. I mean, I've been watching for a while. I've been watching since 2003. It's not, I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.